Please join your hands to invite Coach Shivaji sir to give his presentation. Thank you everyone and welcome sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Before I start that, I would like to say gratitudes and tons of thanks to my parents, my guides, my teachers, everybody who are present here, and really your wonderful personalities here. It is not that you have decided or I have decided, Rambabu sir has decided. It's all about divine connection. I thought that is why we are connected. So for this 10 minutes itself, I thought that this 10 minutes in the sense, it's a very less time, but I consider it is a 600 seconds. Then I think that it is ample time. Is it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this 600 seconds is not mine. If it is ours, it's so good, isn't it? If I want to take my 10 minutes in the sense, you won't listen what I want to say, you listen what you want to listen, right? So I don't want to make you listen what you want to listen. Yes, I want to let's understand. Listening purpose is not for just listening with one ear, leaving with another ear, right? It is not entry, exit. Listen with manas, listen with understanding that what actually we want to listen in the sense that we have a kind of a quality. So this is the time to remember the Greek philosopher, the Socrates words. He says that strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. Once again, I would like to say, strong minds discuss ideas, average mind discuss events, and weak mind discuss people. So when we ask this question to anybody, which category we belong in the sense, many of us, we don't accept. We belong to third, we belong to second in the sense. We always say that we belong to the first category, the strong minds. But when we discuss ideas, we don't stand that where we stand here. We will stand as an outstanding personalities. Yes or no? We belong to three categories. Sometimes, majority of the time we belong to the first in the sense, definitely we will stand in a greater way. And some of us really we are standing that way. We all just reach to one position and today you are just placing like everybody is one designation. It's really fortune time. Give a big round of applause for everybody. We all have the deserve to stand here, isn't it? That's why we are here. So I will be thankful to meet you all. I have to be thankful for every person. It's not easy to connect you all, but our deserves made us to connect each other. So today's actually the title itself. What I would like to say in the sense, everybody knows that sunflowers are famous with their fragrance, with their absence also. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sometimes we don't see flowers like roses, but we feel the fragrance. Sometimes we don't feel that flower of jasmine, but we feel the fragrance. Here the flower is important, the fragrance is important.
Fragrance.
We are all identified, like flower is identified by the fragrance, not by the color, by the shape. What is that fragrance in the sense? At every human being also has a fragrance. That is called charisma. The charisma is all about that when we can use it in the sense, especially that when we take the responsibility that in our life, especially the one great person, Nick Vujicic. Can you please raise your hand? Famous personality, public speaker, and one not great personality. So actually, he is also like a human being like us. We all think that he's incapable, he's physically challenger. But when we think like that, we are completely mistaken, isn't it? Not by the size, by the age that we can consider, by his wiseness, we can consider he is one of the greatest personality. He has taken a responsibility. The teacher's responsibility, the coach's responsibility, the mentor's responsibility, the preacher's responsibility. It's not just for giving information. We should not stand for just for giving information. We have to stand for giving inspiration. We have to stand for giving motivation. We have to stand for giving transformation. We are just living for the nation. We are almost just for the generation, for the next generation, like we have to speak. It's only possible with responsibility. We just sometimes, the place, whatever the designation, whatever the responsibilities we take in our day-to-day life, we'll take from as a son, as a daughter, parents, that we have a responsibility somewhere we are little bit not more responsible, that we didn't leave that legacy or some kind of a fragrance to them. In the absence of us, they never feel because we didn't leave that fragrance. So leaving the fragrance is absolutely important for everybody. You all know that sometimes we have experienced that the rose flowers fragrance, even they are not available. So what I would like to say in the sense, not the experiences or ages or qualifications or people can give the value, but what we add the value for people that will give that value for us. Yes or no? How many of you agree with this? Right? When we add the value for others, then they give the value for us. It's not by the age, not by the qualifications, not by the experiences. In my 13 years of experience of teaching, training with a business and different kinds of personal people, that I have seen very senior most people, sometimes they're unable to get as much of importance as than others. The reason, the fragrance they didn't left before they leave. And I hope that we all have that greater responsibility, not because of somebody has given, we have taken the responsibility as a teacher, as a coaches, as a mentors, as a preachers. Yes or no? This is a greater responsibility that we are really have to feel proud that we are the part of the generation. We are the part of that a small transformation we are going to bring with our experiences, with our value added lessons. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So the value added lessons sometimes will miss that every job, every profession, every place, wherever that we stand for some time, that we have to leave that fragrance, leave that legacy, leave that footprints. That all these things is very important, but it's not easy. It doesn't come in a single day. It takes a lot of time. How many of you like fresh milk? We all like, but do you drink fresh milk directly? No, we don't drink. We add something, added flavors, added colors, added sugar, added sometimes boiled. We are bringing some transformation. We are not taking the raw. So what I mean to say that when we added something only, that is all about charisma, responsibilities, more passion, more interest, more kind of a burning desire in our language, in our words, in our sayings, in our expression. And definitely this charisma starts and it just moves and spreads everywhere. And we all, before we go to offices or outside, we just pray.
Yes, sir.
When we are moving, we want some kind of a pleasant fragrance. We don't want to leave the bad fragrance around us. For that we are giving caring and importance. But when we leave this, like our voice, our words, our actions, our thoughts, that is also one kind of a fragrance. Do you agree? Our voice also is a fragrance, indirectly. Our actions also is a fragrance. Yes. So our actions have to added with a fragrance that will just know in our absence also, people will just identify this fragrance is especially and so and so. We can take an example of great personalities, like especially today is a Republic Day, right? So I would like to greet Republic Day to all of you. And this day we have to remember one great person. Who is that great person?
Ambedkar.
Absolutely. So we have to give a big round of applause to the person. So actually he says that one great thing, and today's Rambabu sir also added the same thing. That is, life should be great rather than long. Our opportunities also will be not long, sometimes great. Here we have to remember one story. So once now, a greater personality we can consider Swami Vivekananda. Once a businessman, go and ask him, I have money, I have good name, I have good fame, I have everything, but I don't have happiness, but I don't have peace of mind. How to get this? But don't tell me do yoga, do meditation, do all these things. Just tell me in 2-3 lines, he says. Just tell me in 2-3 lines. Then Swami Vivekananda thinks, the businessman says, I don't have time to be. If you have only 2-3 lines, I can listen, otherwise I can leave. What he says in the sense, what he said, the businessman, I have money, I have good name, I have good fame, I have everything, but I don't have happiness. I don't have peace of mind. Then he said that 2-3 lines, simply remember your death every day. Then the purpose of your life will be very serious. What happens when we remember every day morning, every day night our death? We will be very serious about our actions. And our life is very short. How many of you say that our life is permanent? Or anything is there permanent in this world? Then sometimes we fight for something. But one thing is permanent. What we left in this world, that is added value for others. Because of us. Isn't it, sir? There are some people who left this world but still are living in the hearts of millions of people. Because they added value. Added value is really a great fragrance, great flavor, great taste even. So that fragrance that we all have, especially the teachers, coaches, mentors, every step, everywhere, wherever we give our presence, we can spread that. And really, we are fortunate to be here. And this platform definitely. So I have seen that Sajeev Bhaskar sir just now appointed as a president, and many directors and kids directors, and even the moderators and trainers. So with all the intellectual wise people, we are going to create some vibes. The vibes are going to create a lot of, it's not easy thing to connect all these people, but it is possible with all understanding people like all of us, right? So we have to give a big round of applause for Rambabu sir. Definitely we have to give. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a very hard skill. And Swami Vivekananda also says that it's not easy to work with a group of people. How many of you say yes or no? So one of the topmost skills is people skills, right? That we are going to learn by just connecting with kind of all the group of people, trainers and everybody. So we are really fortunate to be here. How many say we're all fortunate to be here? I absolutely say that I'm really fortunate to connect you all. You're all blessed people. It's actually, we're all born in the darkness. We're all born in the darkness, but to live in this full of light of world, the knowledge is that just what we have is not enough. The knowledge only gives the light. The knowledge we are going to get here, the thought we can get here, the inspiration we get here, the transformation we get here is all we can get here in one place, in one platform he has designed. It's really wonderful. We have to really appreciate him. We have to really appreciate him. So that it's really time that we all just give a kind of a legacy in this platform whenever it's possible. What I have, the possibilities that I have just have come to forward and share the thoughts that absolutely we are all have a flavor. We all have that kind of a fragrance, and we just leave every time, every place, even that is 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, that we can leave that fragrance. It is not for this platform that wherever we are, we can do that. Yes or no? At last, I want to just say one thing, that the only thing is working together is not easy, but growing together is really great pleasure we can get. Swami Vivekananda says, how many years we have lived is not important, that with that life what we have done is important. What we have is not important, what we have done with that is important. What we have, the skills are not important, with the skills what we have done with others is important. What are the money we have is not important, with that money how many people are get benefited from that money is very important. So the money is many, people is added value, there is just more value. So the knowledge also same thing. How much knowledge we have is not important, how much added the value for others is very important. That we can get the value for us, isn't? The value comes from when added to others. Then automatically we get the value from others. Thank you so much for giving this great opportunity to meet you all, to connect you all. This is really a wonderful time. Right. Thank you so much, Rambabu sir, and the team of advisory team members for all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful message. Definitely, we'll try our best to take initiation after listening your statements, the life experiences which you have shared with us.